And there's a more obvious way to see growth, and apparently it's by using spray paint. Brian, tell me why we spray painted this corn here yesterday.
Well, so when we look at this, a lot of times we can't always get back into the field when we want to the next day, but we can measure where we're at. So when you look at this corn plant, we've actually seen where this corn plant has grown an inch in the day from yesterday when it was sprayed to today. So I mentioned before that, we want to figure out how much growth we get per day. If we spray a plant one day and can't get back for a couple of days, that spray paint is actually a very good way to be able to say, okay, the corn plant grew this much during that time period.
Right, because yesterday this whole plant was red, but now we have blotches of green here. This is all green, so this is all new growth in just 24 hours?
In 24 hours.
That is crazy. How fast can corn grow?
Well, folks say that they can hear it growing, and when you look at that, it almost makes you think that it can.
Yeah, no kidding. So what are a few things that influence the rate that corn grows in, based on water or heat?
Well, those are really truly the most pertinent ones that we want to look at. So when you have enough moisture in the soil and around the plant will say, hey, I can grow. But the key one right now is going to be sunshine and heat. So we want to have sunshine for the corn plant to be able to photosynthesize, but the heat we also need as well. Corn plants grow in a lot of conditions, but once we start getting below roughly about 50 degrees, they start to slow down. And when we get above 86 to 90, they start to taper off and slow down in their growth pattern.
So about 60 to 80 is that Goldilocks zone?
You hit that nail right on the head. That is the Goldilocks.
Right on. What about different things we can add to the soil profile to help it grow a little faster? Can we do that?
So at this stage, as we mentioned previously, the corn plant's trying to figure out the number of rows around and then starting the length of the cob. So at this stage, we can probably start putting on side dressing or top dressing, some nitrogen, maybe a little bit of sulfur with that. We've also started looking at some of the micronutrients or secondary nutrients that could be applied. Other products that we're looking at potentially might be some biologicals. And what that's doing is helping the plant basically figure out some of its own natural tendencies to put on more yield.